Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is HD StarCraft, and I'm here to bring you guys another StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm broadcast. Today I'm going to be featuring another Protoss player. He will not be Wydra, but he will be a formidable Australian Protoss known by many by the name Tek.Champi, and he's actually a pretty prominent Protoss out in Australia. If you guys want to go ahead and check out his stream, he is at twitch.tv/Tek.Champi. And if you guys actually go there, I actually ended up clicking the link. It says that the content is actually inappropriate, but if you want to view the content anyways, click yes. Now, being that I'm pretty rated G, I didn't click that button, but if you guys want to be adventurous, go ahead and check out his stream, and let me know what you guys see. I'm not too sure what to expect. Over here on the left-hand side of the map, I think it's just a Twitch TV content viewer discretion thing. I don't think it's anything serious, obviously, but we do have the red Zerg player, his opponent, and his name is going to be ZukoZye. So it is going to be a Protoss versus Zerg here. And one important thing to note is for the players who do play out in Australia right now, they actually have to play on the North American server for the StarCraft 2 beta. So there is actually a lot of mileage in between Australia and North America, and because of that they do have to deal with a little bit of lag. I think it's something like 200 to 300 pings, so you guys can sort that out. It's about a second delay or so. That's something that you will have to factor in when you watch this match. Now, we do have a pretty quick expand out of the Zerg player, and ZukoZye did not expand to the natural, but rather went to this expansion right underneath the collapsible rock tower. Very interesting. I think he did that because he's going to try to... I guess usually you don't want a 15 hatch against Protoss because Protoss will just shut you down with Forge play, but nowadays, because a lot of Protoss players aren't going Forge first anymore and they are going Gateway to make use of the Mothership Core, you can actually 15 hatch, but ZukoZye could not throw it down at the normal location because of course there was a scouting probe there. Now it does look like the scouting probe ends up finding out the location of that hatchery underneath the rock tower, and now we'll see what Champi does to deal with that. Will he just let it go? Will he expand? You know, most Protoss players, I think, would just say, okay, well, you went for 15 hatch, I have an in-base expansion, I'll just throw my Nexus in base and play it safe. We do have ZukoZye now going for another hatchery, and that was following the spawning pool. So it wasn't anything like, oh my god, 3 hatch before pool, which really only works against a Terran player who goes CC first. No, this is a 3 hatch, but it is after the spawning pool has already gone down. So ZukoZye will have Zerglings out on the field. We do have an Overlord just kind of checking out the location, finding out if a Nexus has yet indeed gone down. It has not as of this moment, but we do have a Mothership Core coming out from Champi. And Mothership Core going to be positioned at the front of the ramp just to help deal with any early Zergling aggression. Interestingly enough, we still don't have Champi going for a Nexus. Usually Protoss players get the Nexus at 26 supply. They usually let themselves get supply blocked at 26 and they save up 400 for a Nexus, but it looks like Champi is going to go for an aggressive maneuver here. That's interesting. We'll see how ZukoZye is going to be able to deal with this. I don't think most Zergs would expect to see 2 Zealots, a Probe, and a Mothership Core at this point of the game. There is a Roachhorn coming down, so I think ZukoZye knows it's coming. If he didn't, he knows now. And he's going to need to bring his Queens here to help defend this. This is actually a pretty crazy attack, and we'll see what Champi decides to go for. He's going to focus the Queen down first. The Zealots are getting surrounded by the drones, though. 1 probe now left to fight against the Queen that will die. A lot of drones going down here, though, for Zuko, who's already lost 4, and now the Queen could fall as well. And really, this is just Champi saying, okay, you want to play greedy? You want a 3 hatch right away? Well, then I'll just attack with a ground-based assault plus my Mothership Core aerial bombardment. And then, what are you going to do about that? And a lot of drones have gone down already. 6 drones total. Some Zerglings coming out here. Doesn't look like they'll be able to get that last Zealot, though. And that's pretty... That's a big mental, blow right there. You know that you're so close to killing that Zealot, and it still survives and will regenerate its shields. That's always ever so annoying. That Zealot's still going to know it will drop at the last second, so thankfully Mr. ZukoZye is able to get 1 kill and get rid of 1 of the Zealots, and now all these drones are going to be forced to run away from the natural. Wow, this is just a constant merry-go-round, and what is going on here? Did that hatchery get canceled by Zuko? I believe he canceled the hatchery, and you know what? Our Protoss player Champi knows that there's a hatchery there based on his last scouting intel, and because of that, I think what Zuko is trying to do here, or what he was planning to go for, was a 2-base Roach all-in with Zergling speed. But that just completely got altered. It got tipped on its head because of the attack by Mr. Champi. And now Champi has an Oracle coming out. He's going to go ahead and energize the Oracle with the remaining energy on the mothership core. And this could be pretty devastating because there aren't many queens on the fields right now, considering most of them died. There's only one left. And so a couple of Entomb fields could just be devastating for Zuko. Oh, there goes the Entomb, and he does have one Roach at home and a Queen, so he can fight off the Entomb fields, but he'll need to focus his efforts right now. He is actually losing a ton of mining, and now the Oracle checks on the third hatchery and realizes, hey, there's no third hatch here, so you were going to all-in me on 2 bases, but haha, how are you going to afford Roaches when you can't mine minerals, and the income for the Zerg player is drastically dropping down now. 1,100 is Champi's current income, but a piffling 400 for the Zerg player. And before, a few moments before that, it was at 200. Another Entomb comes down just to add insult to injury, to rub salt in the wound. And Mr. Jim mowing, very clever name. It doesn't hide the fact that you are champion. You are just playing a very interesting game right now. We'll see if ZukoZye can find a way to counter this deficit, but this Oracle so far has done tremendous amounts of damage. And you know, back at home, Champi does have a Nexus, so he is on 2 bases with robotics and gateways. He can easily transition into a standard playstyle, but as of this point, what about the Zerg player? He is continuously getting entombed by this Oracle, which went back home to recharge its fuel cells by the mothership core. It's going home right now and getting energized by the mothership core, refueling at the gas station and coming back out for continuous entombs. And Zuko is not mining a cent right now. He's not making any money at all, and these drones are just they can't even get by the Roach because the Roach is too fat. Finally, the drones can come back to fighting the Entomb fields, but that's not what drones want to be doing. They want to be mining. Wow, this is an incredible play by Champi, and now he's gonna go for the game finisher here. He knows that the Zerg player doesn't have any money. These drones were all but forgotten, and the Zealots now coming to clean it up. Oh man, warping in 4 more Zealots as well. That's a total of 8. That hatchery will not last for long, and this was complete Oracle domination by Champi, excuse me, against ZukoZye. Mothership core moments will have another energize for that Oracle, but will we even need another energize? Will this game end before that? These 8 Zealots just completely crushed the natural hatchery. And now the War Prism is warping in 4 more Zealots. There's a total of 12 Zealots on the field right now, all of them being inside the Zerg base. And that Queen will not last long. The Crawlers have been killed off due to Zuko leaving the game. And Champi with an Oracle-based Entomb playstyle. And I really like that. And it was all set up by the early Mothership core aggression. You know, we've been seeing a lot of this lately in StarCraft 2 HOTS. Players such as Whitegrove, for example, making use of the early Mothership core. It's so speedy, it does good damage in the early game, not very good later on, but it's a good harasser, and plus it's air, so you can get in there and get a couple of worker kills in the early portions of the buildup of StarCraft 2, and it can help you set up a great mid game, and that's exactly what Champi did here. He backed up the Mothership core with 2 Zealots on the ground. He completely harassed the Zerg base, and then he followed up with an Oracle, and that was the dagger, basically, in the side of the body that killed off ZukoZye. So an incredible game right there by Champi. Hope you guys enjoyed this broadcast. Once again, check out Champi at twitch.tv/Tek.Champi. And if you guys want to go ahead and check me out, I am, of course, at YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter at HDStarcraft. Once again, Champi is CHAMPI, just in case you guys didn't know the spelling. If you guys enjoyed these casts, make sure to check me out as well. And this is it. This is HDStarcraft, signing out.